So why should I listen to anything you have to say? Okay, wait. How could you feed us fibs from a mouthful of greed? We freed ourselves and had to fight for our families, but let's not get it confused with the Apollo Creed. Those pains are hard to swallow, especially with the majority of the population can't leave us alone. But the thing is that our people are stallions that were locked in chains that turned into medallions, but we replaced it with gold medals at the championships. Even though they still rather see us locked up in 2019 slave ships with metal around it. I mean, I'm not the first to announce it. They stopped us from reading so we wouldn't be able to pronounce it. The great thing is that you and I can still function by ourselves, so it's only right that we pronoun it. You see, there are pros and cons to this country because there are cons that are pros and pro-cons. There needs to be continuity and congruency in our communities in order for us to construct congratulation. Now let's give a round of congratulations to a nation that graduates its legislation with gratitude before coming to a consensus with the congregation. And here we are coinciding with the consolations. So can someone please tell me if that's constitutional? But what's the real topic of discussion now? Because when we subject to attention to the fullest extension without comprehensions or lessons before the objections, the objective is to never predict the predicate before we educate and advocate. No time to contemplate when we can compensate our minds and concentrate on our mental state. We live in states where mental health is overlooked, especially in a jail system that's overbooked and misunderstood for those that missed the memo. But let me remind you to not let them blind you. When you turn a blind eye to the bullock, you get hit with the blind side. Let's not let that get over your heads now. We gotta see our near futures with a bird's eye view and not let the birds distract you with their bird's box. We've been boxed in as minorities way before we turned minors and it's still considered a minor problem. But don't minor. We said hands up, don't shoot, and it looked like we were miming. Barack Obama came into office and that was perfect timing. I want to take him and Michelle out to eat to enjoy some fine dining and ask them what else we can do for our people and find the fine lining. I would love to say that Trump is a good president, but we all know that I'll be lying. We got to leave his image washed up there while it's drying so we can all come together in peace and start electric sliding. Peace and love to my people is the only law that I'm abiding. I promise I'm going to let this melanin glow, and just like Queen Bee Beyonce said, we'll be shining.